And it was originally started off as a non-fiction book. I'm also a psychiatrist who does quite a lot of forensic work with mothers, both pregnant and in the early postpartum phase. And I wanted to give the public the real insights into why these terrible tragedies happen. And I thought initially non-fiction would be a good way of doing it, but for ethical reasons, and because I didn't want my patients to see their names in print, even if they had agreed to it, and be re-traumatised, I decided that fiction was a better way to help people make sense of what happens. Now, there are probably evil people out there, but they are not the people I am writing about. In Euripides' Medea, Medea kills her children to get back at her husband. This is not the sort of story I'm writing about, though in the subplot Georgia may indeed be a Medea. What this book is about is Natalie King, a forensic psychiatrist with troubles of her own, gets drawn in to a missing child case, in part through her attraction to the married prosecutor, but also because of her knowledge of a previous case and her guilt about that it hadn't gone as well as she felt it should have, and that her patient ended up doing jail time. And by doing this, she gets embroiled in this case, and we follow and worry about what has happened indeed to Chloe, this missing child. It's a book that explores not just who did it, in fact, what was done, if it was done at all, but why. And as a psychiatrist myself, that's really what I'm most interested in exploring, in understanding people, in understanding why these tragedies happen, and ultimately, hopefully, so we can prevent them. Natalie is an interesting character, and like many characters, if not all heroes and heroines in crime books, has flaws. And in the book following Medea's Curse, Dangerous to Know, she's trying to come to terms with some of her limitations and some of her difficulties, and perhaps will resolve some of them as she goes along, and then again into the third book. Medea's Curse, it's a book about infanticide, it's a book about social unrest, lack of supports, and all of the things that can go wrong in pregnancy when things go wrong in a bigger context, not just one person's fault.